you have to make a decision. You have to make your choices now.
Yes.
Because once you get into a crash, whether it's your fault or somebody else's fault,
it's too late.
It's too late to make these changes. Welcome back to another episode of Unseen Impact with Kerrie and Rory.
Hello.
And it's a double welcome back because it's welcome back to Chad Colston. How are you doing today, Chad?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you much.
Yay, Chad.
What I
welcome
want
back.
to start this out with is we got some things written down here, and we've got some questions
Yes.
from the audience.
Yep.
But I've got a little game called Let's See What Kerrie Knows.
Oh, boy.
All right, so Kerrie, ready?
Wait.
I'm
Do
gonna
I win
rapid
anything? Because I just need to know how hard I need to try.
I'll buy lunch on me if you win.
Okay. All right, fine.
Okay, so rules of the game.
Okay.
I'm going to just rapid fire a word, and you have to tell me what it means.
Okay, can I ask a friend? Like, is there like a call in?
You get to. you
Can
get
I
to
ask
call in.
Chad? Okay.
We'll see if he answers.
All right, I'm ready.
Ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Declarations page.
Independence.
This isn't what the first word that comes to mind. What is it? What's the declarations page?
It's what explains what they declare to give you.
Nice. How about what's comprehensive coverage?
Not enough.
What? What's 250, 500?
Is that a math problem?
So, although this looks like a fun game, it's actually very important to know. I was talking to somebody once a while ago, and he was watching somebody said, "Oh, that's kind of interesting to know that." And I said, "You know what? You know you're an adult when this boring insurance stuff becomes not boring and not only interesting, but necessary to know." So today we've invited Chad back.
Chad knows that.
We've invited Chad back because he had so many hits on well, one, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He had so many hits on social media, even to where, Chad, you were telling us before that you got recognized. Can you tell us how you got recognized?
I had a text that came to me. I don't know if it's from my mom or from my aunt, but I think it's my aunt. She texted me. It was late on it, like 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. My aunt's texting me. Okay, what's going on? She goes, oh, look at it. It was a screenshot of your podcast. And the comment was, you're not stuttering. And I thought, okay. I'll take that as a win. That's a nice compliment.
Thanks,
And
Dorothy.
Nice compliment.
Nothing else was said, but okay, cool.
Do you want to shout her out? Just say hi.
No, I think I'll just
No. Oh, okay.
no.
Leave it at that.
Trust me, they know who it is.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Rate, review, and subscribe.
So, yes, and with this one, it's kind of like a nuts and bolts. We want to look at whether you know it or not, you need to know something about your auto insurance policy. Every single day as a personal injury attorney, I think, 98% of the people that come to me, they are underinsured, or they don't have the right policy, or they were led astray by it. Because you just don't know, right? And so one of the biggest things about it is that even smart people misunderstand their insurance, but it can be costly. So what we want to do is today is you've got some questions.
Yes, I do.
You're going to rapid fire those at Chad, and then
Yes.
if I don't feel as though he's answered it properly, I'll go ahead and step in. But so what I want to say, we're going to look at decoding the declarations page. We're going to look at a couple other, like the details that matter. You were going to look at something called, the claims process. What happens if I actually need this? And so what I wanted to do, Kerrie, is kind of turn it over to you with the decoding the declarations page. What am I even looking at?
Okay, so we should first start with me admitting that I never really look at it anyway. But I guess it starts with the declarations page. Yes. So that's like the summary, or what does that do? It's like the constitution of my... What is it?
The declaration page is like a high-level summary.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's the Cliff Notes version of your policy.
Okay.
It's the highlights. It's the big picture.
So if you're only going to read one part of it, just read that one?
Read the declaration page. If you want to go to sleep, read the rest of it. But the declaration page will tell you really what's important.
Like what is important?
It will tell you what your liability limits are. It will tell you what your deductible is. It will tell you any additional coverage you have on your policy. So you have the basic coverage in California is what's state mandated, which is liability. Okay. Injuries to others people's property. And then you have optional coverages. Sometimes those are called endorsements, but then you have optional coverages like comp, collision, towing, roadside, glass, extra equipment. But it will list those items on there. And then on the second page, if you have a loan on your car and your lender requires you to name them on the policy, their name will be on there, so you can send that off to your lender to prove that they're actually a named person on the insurance as well.
Because the named insured, like for us, it's me and Rory.
Correct.
And if we had a loan, it would be
You would have the name of the lender, say like Nissan Lending Group. If you had additional insureds, if you had other people that were driving your cars, other family members that lived in the
no.
house.
I learned other people rent a car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember? That's what you told us last time. You said, no, I don't let them
Hey,
borrow my
in-laws,
car.
rent it.
Listen.
Rent it.
But let's say you had a minor child that lived
Oh,
in the
right.
house.
Okay, sure, them.
Or you had a family member that actually resided there. A lot of carriers will require that person to be a named insured if they're living. They have residence at your house.
Okay.
They have to be on there. Not
Does
roommates.
that make my policy more expensive?
Not necessarily.
Oh, really?
No,
Because they have like a good driver thing or something?
Yes, it all
Okay.
depends upon if they're good drivers or not. A lot of people ask that question.
Oh, really?
And they'll think about, I want to take all these people off my policy. They live with me and I want to exclude them all. And we say, well, we definitely could exclude them. That's your right. But it's going to save you over the next 6 months $10 to do that.
Oh,
So we could save you $10. And if they ever drive the car, you're up a creek.
yeah.
Or we could just leave them on there. Everything's copacetic.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost you,
gonna cost you-
$1.50 a month. Okay,
yeah.
we'll keep them on there.
Right.
So then in looking at it, well, let's go through that. What's bodily injury?
Bodily injury is so if I hit you, we're driving down the road, I hit you, I hurt you, it's how much my insurance will pay to cover your injuries that I caused you.
And I do think we talked about this last time. You were thinking you want to see at least a 250, 500.
Yeah, 250, 500 is generally where we start at. We don't really want to go any lower than that. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is, we talk about umbrella coverage, which is a different product. But when we take a look at lawsuits, and as a lawyer, we're well aware of this, that the median jury award right now, for like at-fault accidents is sometimes a lot higher than 250.
Yeah.
Right. So, but 250, 500 is where we kind of start. One of the reasons also for that is a few years ago, a lot of carriers reduced the top limit of 500, 250, 500.
Yeah.
That has just changed. So a lot of carriers are now going back up to 500 as about 2 months ago. So as we're doing reviews with clients, we take a look at that and we see about raising limits.
What happens to the cost of that?
Oh.
So if you had a 250, 500, now you have a 500, 500, what's the cost to the consumer?
Extremely marginal.
Okay.
It's a very marginal difference. Even going from 250 to 100, 300, we tell people you're going to be saving pennies on the dollar to do that.
Yeah.
Really at 250, 500, it's a really nice break point. But now with 500 back on the market again, as we're doing renewals for people, we're sending out, triple versions of it. Hey, we could increase your policies renewing, for $12 more a month. We could increase your liability limits, and this is why you might want to think about doing it.
Yeah.
So because I see it has like the policy dates in the renewal, will it ever renew with things that I wasn't aware of? Like, does it ever sign me up for things or drop any things that I need to like keep an eye on?
If there is a fundamental change to the policy, I think that's what you're referring to. The policy is fundamentally changing. The carrier is changing something to the policy other than you wanting to change. I want to add this or add that. But there's an actual policy change that's been filed with the state of California that would definitely be disclosed on renewal. Like, hey, this is changing.
Okay.
This,
And that's very clear. It's
very,
upfront.
very clear. This is a change to the policy. Now, if you are changing coverages, let's say the policy is renewing, and right before renewal, you say, hey, Chad, I want to add this. I want to take that. I want to remove this. That will definitely be listed on for most carriers, I don't say for everyone, but for most carriers, it would be definitely listed on that declaration page of what was added, what was taken off, and this is what your new bill is because these things have been modified. For example, even if a good driver discount comes back on. Let's say someone got into an accident a few
Yeah.
years ago and they weren't qualified to get a good driver discount, which is by statute at least 25%. At least 20%. If it gets added back on because 30 months has passed, you'll see that on your declaration page. Oh, you qualify for this discount again.
You're an awesome driver,
And
is what it says.
when it's 30 months, is it
36.
36? Oh, so it's 36.
Yeah.
But is it like, could it hit in the middle of your policy period, or
Yes.
does it have to wait? Oh, okay.
We can hit in the middle of the policy period, but it has to wait till renewal.
Oh, so okay. So that's when you'll see the difference in the price.
Yes, at renewal.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
a big one for people is going to be comprehensive, collision, that sort of stuff. What does it mean? Should we get it? Do we not? What are the consequences of not?
So that's one of my favorite terms people use.
Yes.
Oh,
I have full coverage.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Well, okay, well, let's take a step back. What do you mean by full coverage?
I mean, I'm fully covered. I'm
Fully
done.
Covered, man.
Forget
I'm
it.
Fine.
That's
Bring it on. I just hit stuff because I'm fully covered.
It's a great term, but it's a meaningless term. It doesn't
Yeah.
really mean anything. So what do you mean full coverage? Because I know what I mean by full coverage, which is not what someone else means by full coverage. Generally, when people say full coverage, though, they're simply talking about the addition of comp and collision on a policy. That's all they're talking about in general. What is it? So comprehensive is anything that accidentally happens to the car other than you hitting something as you're driving.
Okay.
So comprehensive would be someone keying your car. Could be, and I thought about this actually as we're coming over here. I was at the stop. I was at the red light, and a
That's
woman
where
who was
we-
probably down on her luck was pushing her cart by, and she started looking at me and like almost started talking to me. I was like, "Ah, snap! She's gonna come over here and like just bang the out of the
Cart.
hood of my car."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shoot! But then she kept walking. She got distracted and kept walking. So I thought, okay, good. Okay, so that would be a comp claim.
Oh,
right?
there you go.
Right. Right.
I was driving a few months ago and something came up from the road and hit my car. It wasn't my fault. That was a comp claim.
So wait, that's included when I'm fully insured, or it's
Yes.
not?
Yes.
Okay.
So comp claim, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Well, because you're fully insured.
I'm fully
fully
insured.
insured. And comp claims are great because generally comp claims are non-rateable.
Oh, that's
Rateable.
right. Yep, I remember that from last
This,
time.
this is a big word, rateable.
Rateable. So they're non-rateable, which
Yeah, when the
means-
thing hit your windshield, it was non-rateable.
Yeah, okay, that's another one. Glass coverage. So glass coverage is an endorsement on an auto policy. It's an additional policy above and beyond comp and collision.
Yeah.
Because usually, let's say your deductible on comprehensive is $1,000. Well, if you got to replace a window, do you really want to pay $1,000 to replace your window? So a lot of carriers will put on this endorsement that says, well, if you have to full replacement of your windshield, you pay $100. Okay.
Yep.
And again, that's non-rateable. My own car, I've done it 3 times in the last 4.5 years. My window cost about $2,000 every time to replace it. So that's $6,000 in
Yeah.
claims I've paid out.
Yeah.
Not once has that ever raised my premiums.
Nice.
So then collision.
Collision is your fault. A collision is your fault. You hit something. You hit another person. You hit another stationary object. You've hit another car. Deers or something else. A lot of times.
Really, that would
Yeah,
be
wild animals. I get that. Yeah, wild animals is maybe it's not collision. A lot of times you'll see wild animals under comp.
Really?
Because-
So then
Is it
what would
only
be,
in certain places?
No, but it's like a deer. A deer runs out in the middle of the road. It's not my fault the deer ran out in
Right,
the middle of the
right.
road. Now, if you swerve to not hit
Yeah,
the deer and you hit a pole,
Right.
yeah,
that's collision.
Oh, that's funny.
So you're saying
might as
just
well hit
plow the deer.
It's almost better from an insurance point of view. Again, if my wife is going to listen to this, God forbid. No, you hit the pole, you don't hit the deer. If my wife is listening, if the insurance guy is talking, hit the deer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we
Because
know your aunt's listening. So
Yeah.
Well, I would think about is that covered in in San Diego, the chances of me hitting a deer are pretty slim. But where I grew up, we would see deer.
Oh yeah, in the
And
county.
so-
Oh yeah, in the county, you're gonna see it
In
for
the
sure.
So then
county,
what's
I
the
guess.
difference
Sure.
from whether you're paying the deductible or not? Is that what the difference is?
So-
So what's the difference? You'd rather hit the deer.
Yeah. So the difference is collision is rateable.
Oh, collision is rateable.
Yes. So collision is rateable. Collision because it's your fault.
We're trying to avoid rateable.
We're trying to avoid it.
No
Now,
ratables.
we'll get to something in just a moment, which I know we're eventually going to get to, which
Okay.
we're going to kind of backtrack on that
Dying
slightly.
from suspense here.
But
Dying.
in general, collision's always rateable.
Interesting.
It's your fault.
Okay.
And with the way, again, Prop 103 is right now, if you have a collision, it's almost guaranteed your rates are going to go up.
Yeah.
Because if you have like $1 of personal injury to someone, your rates go up. If you have more than $1,000 or more in property damage, it's more. You can't even tap a car right now and have less than 1,000 in property damage. So we're living by rules that were made in the late 1980s on this stuff that have never been updated.
From the mid 1980s.
Yeah.
There hasn't been that much that has changed since then.
Yeah, it's only been over 40 some years at this point, right? So yeah, costs have only gone up slightly.
Wow.
Right.
So what are other items within the declarations page that people can look at
I
and they're
have a
going to wonder,
question.
oh yeah.
Okay, so because there's the section that has like a lot of dollar amounts and a bunch of abbreviations, so I don't understand.
I'd have to see exactly what we're talking about today.
BI, PD,
Okay,
UI,
So
UIM.
Let's go UIM. That's for uninsured, underinsured, and uninsured motorist. That is a coverage a lot of people will skip over.
Oh,
or,
and
they will neglect.
it's the first thing I tell people. Do you have UIM? Do you have UIM? I am San Diego's greatest insurance salesman because, well, I'm not sure if I'm making this, Al, but I'm selling it.
So
Well, we also have stickers. that
So
say
the
it.
state of California does
They're
not
bookmarks.
care
They're
about
bookmarks.
that.
Yeah.
They don't?
No, they don't
Oh,
care
what
if
do
you
they
have
care?
it or not.
Yeah.
If you're getting coverage because you want to be legal, state of California says we don't care about that. We don't care about
We don't care about you.
collision. We don't care about you. So that coverage right there we're talking about, uninsured motorist, is if someone hits me and they are either underinsured or uninsured, my own insurance company will actually pay the claim to me. The other insurance company or the non-existent insurance company is not going to pay it. My carrier will. So you see a lot of people with state minimums, they hit someone and they actually hurt someone. There may not be enough money to actually bring
Yeah.
that person.
So
to full.
let's say you have a case that your damages are worth in excess of 250,000. Let's just say clearly it's 500,000.
Yep.
And you have a 250 UIM policy, right? You get hit by the person with the 30 policy, so then boom, that third party, the at fault, will pay the 30, and then you don't get an additional 250,000. They get an offset.
Yes.
So you get the additional 220,000 to bring you up to the 250.
Yes.
So what I see a lot, which is just like it pains me, is you see somebody, you'll love this one, somebody with a 250, 500 bodily injury claim or limits, and then a 30-60 UIM.
You see that all the time.
It's,
So
it's
I don't really,
nonsense.
I'm sorry. I was listening, but then it was like a lot of numbers, so I'm not really sure exactly.
We
where
also
we are.
had some letters in there too.
So what is the 250 and then the 30-60?
So basically, you get, somebody sells you an insurance policy that says, hey, if it's your fault,
Yeah.
we, the insurance company, will pay that other person upwards of 250,000.
Okay.
But if you get into a crash and somebody there doesn't have insurance, so they have a minimal insurance, we're only going to have your own self insurance is only 30,000, not the 250. So essentially, when you do that,
So the 251 is for other people and the 31 is for you?
yeah, that's what I've seen. And one of the biggest reasons is that there really isn't that much of a price difference for the UIM. And so the carrier doesn't want to sell that to you because typically you can make use of it. It's, for the most part, it's not a rateable offense.
No, it's not rateable. The cost is extremely negligible. When I see that, I could almost guarantee looking at a deck page whether this person bought a policy from an agent or did they buy it online or direct from the carrier.
Yeah.
Because
Really?
almost
All
yes.
the time.
Wait, so what are the like
Because if they're not matching,
common
if
signs.
the liability and UM are not matching, I can almost assure you that they either bought it online or they bought it from a call center or something.
Kerrie was just making fun of me, right? I'm not sure if you heard her voice and her eyes making fun of me about it, but she said that we had, now the Rory Law has stickers. We don't. We have bookmarks about UIM, which I'll give you one.
Okay.
But that's how important this stuff is that I'm trying to, I want people to know, hey, here's the thing. So the bodily injury is that, hey, I'm going to protect you if I hurt you.
Yes.
But don't you want to protect yourself? to at least that same amount?
I would say 60% of the people on the road are either underinsured or uninsured.
Yeah.
That's so
So 6 out of 10. So we could go right down here on Washington and we could just watch the cars go by, and I could almost win every single bet. We just take 20
Yeah.
cars to go by,
Yeah.
and you're going to see that.
And so and that's the beauty. Like, so the deck page, the declarations page, you just get it. It's a quick summary. Hey, these are the policies. This is the amount, the dollar amount. As a personal injury attorney, that's what I want to know. Like, what is the world that we're living in here? Do you have a $500,000 claim, but you only have a $30,000 limits? So then, do you yourself, the victim, the plaintiff, do you have UIM because you can make use of that?
You talk about reducing costs, and again, I'm not trying to throw certain carriers under the bus, but I will name this one. So Wawanesa, and then they were sold out to AAA about 2 years ago. But Wawanesa was a carrier that you could do 250, 500 liability, but the most you could do on UM was 100, 300.
Oh,
Okay, and so they never matched.
mm-hmm.
And you talk about saving money. Well, Wawanesa is known for being a very inexpensive. They were known for being a very inexpensive carrier.
Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons why is look what they're doing to their coverages to make that happen. In fact, I actually got several clients over the years who had Wawanesa, and I would just say, well, don't you think you're worth as much as the people you hit?
Exactly. Don't you think you're worth as much as the people you hit?
And they think, well, wait a second.
Well,
Yeah, I am. In fact, I'm worth more. No, I'm actually worth more than they are.
Yeah.
Right. And it's my body. It's my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, this is what you need to do to fix it.
That's the
gonna
importance of the coverage.
cost you more. Okay, fine. Let's do it.
So, like, what happens when I actually need to use my insurance? So now there's like a claim. So I have all these stuff. Would I pull this document out and call and be like, I don't call right away.
Well, okay. So an auto accident, so we talked about a house fire last time. A car accident, yeah. I mean, if the car's
We
broken
call you
down,
first.
I'd
Yeah.
say you prefer you call the agent first, but let's say the car is broken down and you need a tow or something, you have tow coverage. Well, then yeah, obviously. But yeah, you should always probably call the agent first because we want to kind of walk through things. What exactly happened? I'll give you a situation. I have a client today. I've had 3 accidents this week with clients.
Oh, no.
But let me talk about the one that happened last night up in Northern California. He got in an accident. He called the carrier. He did the right thing. But then he called me back and said, Chad, I think I want to take this claim back.
Oh.
Because you know what? I didn't really damage my car whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then we kind of talked about it. And, I said, well, okay, let's just cut to the chase. Was it your fault? Yes or no? I mean, we're talking to me. We're not talking to you. Was it your fault? He goes, yeah, it was my fault. Okay, cool. Well, she's going to file with her carrier. And I said, well, you know what? You might as well file with your carrier. He goes, but I don't want to get in trouble for this. I don't want my rates to go up. I go, dude, your rates are going to go up no matter what. Your
has
fault.
sailed.
Even if she files for her policy, they're going to subjugate the claim back to your carrier.
Yeah.
And you're going to be you're that fault party. So you know what? File the claim. Because you know what? You got a scratch in the car? Yeah. Look at that scratch is going to just annoy you to God's green earth. Go ahead, pay your deductible, get it fixed.
Yeah.
So you don't have to look at it anymore because you're going to get done for it one way or the other. So file the claim. It's not going to make it worse.
Right. Okay. So you know what? I have a question about getting like a car fixed because my dad, he's a little old school. And it used to be like, I can remember when I was little, Rory's already laughing. But if there was an accident and then the insurance was going to pay something, the insurance would pay whatever, 500. He would, of course, find the guy who could do it for 2, or you guys get 250, whatever. There was some sort of angle.
I think it's called insurance fraud.
Okay. Is that what it's called?
Well, that would be insurance fraud. Yeah. That would be a good term for that.
Because
This happened more than 7 years ago, so it's all good.
Should I not go on? Because
Well,
there's
I would
more
say,
to it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So what happened? So is there a thing nowadays where it's like it gets recorded in like the insurance says it's going to pay whatever amount of money, and then it's in a system with numbers, and then so when
Everything's trackable. Everything's trackable.
So if you go to a body shop and you say they can look it up and say, okay, this is how much a thing is worth, and this is how much it's going to be covered anyway.
So any legitimate body shop out there is working with insurance companies all day long, right? I mean, that is a big part of their business.
Yeah, exactly.
It is. And to have good relationships with the carriers, they all follow the same process. They know how much things are going to cost to get fixed.
Right.
Right. Because they know if they play well with the insurance companies are going to recommend them, and they're going to get things done.
That's
and,
big business.
and
Standardized.
And
Right.
now what you're asking for, is there a system like, oh, guess what? I had this. Do the body shops have a system where they put something in and then other body shops can go look at it? Is that what you're asking?
Well,
Kerrie?
because my dad.
No, I get no. So,
No,
something
what
I think we could
happened
do
was
is
he went and he was like, well, they want it to be the exact amount of money that the insurance is going to pay.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we'll just do that. The insurance is going to pay. And he's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. He wants to shop it around, but everywhere he went, it was the same.
It was the
So
same.
he was convinced that
because this was a
like,
fairly recent one.
well,
So
I don't know if
when,
we're supposed to admit that.
when you
have
go-
fixed
when you go-
pricing.
They have fixed
well,
pricing.
he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong.
No.
So I think before what happened was that they would just pay out. You go get a quote, say, hey, there
Right.
was $1,000 in damage. Here's $1,000, and then he'd go work with somebody and get it for half the cost, or he'd try to work it out. There was some sort of deal making, but that's not the way the world works anymore.
So let me go back to my car, for example. When I had the bumper shield. I mean, it was the bumper shield that ripped off. It wasn't even the bumper. And that still cost, it was an $8,000 claim.
Oh my!
So as the agent, I could go back and look at this stuff, right?
Yeah,
So I could see all the claim. As an insured, you don't get to see this, right? It's there. I mean, you could, if you're ask your agent, they could probably get it to you. But I could look at it, and it's all the pictures the body shop sent over to the,
Oh, the insurance
adjuster.
company? Okay.
And then when the claim is settled, you do get a printout, and it lists every single item that this is what this part cost, this is labor,
Oh,
everything.
wow.
I bet that
It's like a
there,
hospital bill.
It is.
yeah, there must be programs. They
yeah.
they have an iPad.
They have an
it's this
electronic health record.
electronic health record for your car, which is probably better than for humans. But hey, do what you can. But they just go and take pictures, and then it goes, okay, now this one just automatically gets uploaded.
Yeah, it's all standardized. There's really, and we tell people, you could obviously shop it. In California, you could take your car to any shop to get fixed, and it's really not for, hey, did you find the best price? It's who do you feel comfortable fixing your
Right.
car?
Yeah.
Who do you,
Right,
who do
right.
you trust to
Right.
give you better service? Because
Right.
the carriers are still going to pay the claim. Now, the one thing on this, if you do not go to a certified shop, for example, the pricing might be a little bit different, and the carrier is going to say, hey, listen, our certified shop is going to fix it for X amount. You're saying you're going to fix it for Y, which might be a little bit higher. We are not going to pay that difference. You are responsible for the price difference because we are
It's not certified.
We're going to pay X amount for this. And if you want to take it there, that's fine. Oh my God, you get into this issue of people who don't want OEM coverage on their car.
What's
So what-
OEM?
I know maybe we're jumping ahead,
No, let's do it.
but OEM is the original manufactured parts.
Oh, original manufactured parts.
OEM?
OEM. Yes.
How? Original? Oh,
It's original equipment.
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that acronym's not adding up.
Yeah, it's
Okay, I'm
not.
just going to believe you.
Yeah. But if you do not have OEM on your car,
Well, he doesn't stutter, so you.
I'm not stuttering anymore. Thank you, Aunt Cora. Okay. So if you don't have OEM, your car gets damaged, and this is where you see it. It's not usually when you damage your own thing, because you already feel bad enough you damaged your own toy. So you're like,
Right.
I just got to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
It's when someone else hits you. Okay? Someone else hits you. And let's say you've got a nice car. And let's say you have a European car. And European cars are kind of finicky, right? They like European parts.
Right.
Okay. But you decided, I don't want OEM, even though OEM, again, is an extremely marginal cost. It doesn't cost a lot, right? Let's say, for example, your premium's $2,000 every 6 months. OEM might cost you $40, right? Not a big deal. So this other knucklehead hits you, your car gets damaged, and they want to put a new fender on your Beamer. Well, the non-OEM fender doesn't fit just right.
Yeah.
You need the OEM fender. Well, the other carrier, carrier XYZ, they're in no obligation to give you a OEM fender. They're going to give you the best part that will fit the car. And if it doesn't fit exactly right, oh, well, that's just too bad.
Wait, so I have OEM, but they don't?
So if it doesn't matter
bad
it
actor?
doesn't matter if they have OEM, it only matters if you have OEM.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So this gets into something that's interesting that I deal with folks a lot, right? And so this is it. Okay, You get hit. It is 100% not your fault.
Yep.
It's the other person's. They have the insurance, but they're taking their time.
Yep.
You got a couple options. You can either just wait for them to figure it out and deal with the at-fault insurance. Boom, you're not doing anything. Or you go directly with your insurance, call your agent. You have to pay your deductible.
Yep.
And then you get the choice of where it goes. So tell us about that process, the two different ways, what happens with each of them, and which one you like better.
I would never, ever, 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 ever have the other insurance carrier fix my car.
And I didn't think about it. No OEM.
Well, that's
care.
one. That's one. I want my car fixed now.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with them trying to haggle me on something.
Okay.
They hit me. It's not my fault. I'm going to file the claim with my carrier. And a lot of people get worried because they think, oh my gosh, I don't want to file the claim because my rates are going to go up. It's not your
Right.
fault. It doesn't matter.
It's not a rateable offense.
Not a rateable offense. It doesn't matter which door you go in, right? It doesn't matter. Now, if you go in your door through your carrier, yes, you are going to be subject to your collision deductible. But if the other party's at fault, that word subrogation comes up. Beautiful word. Subrogation is a wonderful world in the insurance business. So your carrier will fix your car. When you pick up your car, you might have deductible to pay. And then what's going to happen is your carrier is going to go back to the other carrier and they're going to say, you need to give us X, Y, and Z. And I'll tell you what, that other carrier is probably just going to go ahead and pay it because you know what? They know that they're at fault. They know that they're wrong. Where if you're dealing with them, they're like, oh, okay, we got this person. It's kind of like defending yourself in court.
Yeah.
It's like, well, do you really know what you're doing? And they may try to, find ways to lower their payout amount.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right? They're going to.
Sure.
The third party, the at fault, the other carrier has no fiduciary duty to you.
Zero.
Your insurance company has the fiduciary duty to you.
Yes.
And in fact, that at fault company has a fiduciary duty to its insured.
Yes.
So then tell me this
Wait, I
one.
have a quick question.
Oh, yeah.
So that sounds, how long does that process typically take? Because
14 years.
it sounds long, right? So I go to
Subrogation
mine.
part?
No, like I go to, I guess. Yeah. So I go to mine, then they pay, and then they go and they ask the other insurer. And then that sounds like it could take a while.
It maybe take a few weeks. It doesn't
Okay.
take that long.
No?
What I can say is, so oftentimes on the personal injury side, we'll have people deal with their own property damage claims, their own PD claims. And it's not because it takes too much time or it's not, but what we do with it is that there's a lot of back and forth. Somebody that carry, where's the car? When can we pick you up? If you go through me, then it's like this game of telephone, and then it just takes 2 or 3 times as long as that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Like I don't know, like I just go back to me when I got my car, the fender cover ripped off. I had a decode. I took it right to the dealership. I didn't even go to a third. Took it right to the dealership.
Right.
You guys fix it. Here's the name. I already filed my claim. Here's my claim number.
Oh, nice.
Deal with it. When my daughter was hit and run a few years ago, we found out who the other insurance carriers, filed the claim. Here's their info. Here's the police report. Deal with it. Right. The car got totaled. We got paid out. And then the deductible, came back to us like 2 or 3 weeks later.
Okay.
So
Well,
then
that's
here's a
not bad.
question. So let's say you have, let's say you have $10,000 of damage in your car, and you have a $25,000 covered property damage limits for yourself. The other person only has $5,000 in property damage, right? So I'm not going to go with them because it's a cheap property damage. I'm going to go through my own. I'm going to pay the $500 or $1,000 deductible. I'm going to get it fixed. Well, my insurance company is not going to be able to collect the full amount from the other company. Do I get my deductible back?
So what's going to happen is there are certain endorsements you could add onto a policy. So it depends.
Okay.
The answer is depends.
All right, good.
But there is an endorsement you could add to a policy that says if the other person doesn't have coverage or they don't have significant coverage, you can get your deductible back from your own carrier.
Okay.
Okay, so there are options you can put it on there.
So it's you're paying to get it. You're paying to do that.
Yes.
It's like that $5 convenience fee with everything.
Correct.
How is that very expensive? And is that something you recommend?
I always recommend it.
Oh, really?
It's 100%. I don't even give the people the option to say no to it.
Oh, do we? So we have that then.
You have it.
Yeah.
Oh, good
we'll
for
have it.
us.
Yeah. This is.
Those are one of those things you don't really want to give an option. Yes, you could take it off, but it's there.
Yeah.
And because I would rather not have, difficult and, inconvenient discussions when claims come through, as opposed to you just being happy that, oh, it's taken care of. I don't got to worry about it. This sucks. My car's damaged. I'm having a really bad week, a really bad month. And at that point, you're not going to care that you paid an extra $2 a month
Right.
for an endorsement that has always been there.
Right. So, okay, I have a question about our children aren't going to be driving anytime soon. But for people who have children who are going to start driving soon, like, is there anything we need to think about for insurance at that point? Okay, like start with a driver's permit.
Okay. So again, this is going to be carrier specific, because every carrier is going to have different rules on this.
Okay.
There are some carriers out there that says you have to list everyone in your policy who's 14 years older in the house, even if they don't have a permit or license. Because
Why?
that's just the rule. That's just
For
the
what?
rule.
I wonder why.
It's because the 14-year-old is going to the liquor store.
The 14-year-old could possibly take the keys and drive.
Yeah.
Some carriers will want to know when the person's got the permit. Generally, though, most carriers will not charge you for that person until they become fully licensed. So if you have a permitted driver, your rates do not go up
Okay.
until they become licensed.
Oh, and then does it like skyrocket or what happens?
Well, so again, we go back to this good driver discount. So to be a good driver in the state of California, you have for 3 years, you can't have these things. Well, if you just get a license, you don't have 3 years.
Oh. So you pay a little extra for the 3 years.
You pay a little extra.
Was
There
that
were-
what it is?
So their rates are going to be higher. And then also, and this isn't true for every carrier, but some carriers will take a look at the cars someone has. And let's say that you have a beat up truck, you have a beat up Corolla, and you have a very nice Porsche. Okay. And, when that kid becomes a driver, some carriers will assign that child as the primary driver on the Porsche.
Just to get more money?
Because they're going to say it's possible the kid could drive the Porsche. So they're going to assign that kid as the primary driver on the Porsche. So you really see your rates go up a lot.
Even though
because
he's driving the 85 Datsun every day?
even though he's driving that beater, and there's no way he's ever going to drive that Porsche.
Well, that's a little secret to know.
You could see that. Now, that's not true for all carriers,
Yeah,
but some
but
carriers will do that.
Wow.
And you will definitely see some significant price increases
That's funny.
with those.
Oh.
Right? Yeah.
Wow. So is there anything else people need to know? So you don't have to say anything if it's just a permit. You do have to report it once they get a license, and then you pay
Make
more.
sure they're a good make sure they're a good student. Make sure they got a 3.0 or higher, because almost every carrier out there will give you a discount.
Oh,
They
really?
ask for the grade.
Oh yeah, that's for your grade. So if you got a
wow.
3.0 or higher, you can get a good student discount. I mean,
Oh.
they're pretty much up with the times. You can take a screenshot of it, and most people will accept that, right? They're not asking so much for the paper anymore. There are some driver safety classes that a minor could take, and they'll generally get a discount for that as well. So there's
that's
two big
worth it.
discounts. It's
wow.
It's a driver ed class that's specific that insurance companies use. So depending on the carrier, they may use a couple different versions of it. But almost every single one of them, 3.0 or higher, they like, and they'll give a good student discount for that.
So then should you ask your carrier about which driving class your kid should take?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. And some it's not even a class. Some it's basically just a form you fill out, and they have to watch, they attest that they're going to watch a video.
Oh, okay.
I can do that.
Yeah, you could do that. Sorry.
Oh,
Do you ever, when you were in elementary school, did they ever make you watch a video called Red Asphalt?
Red Asphalt. No, not in.
Oh,
it doesn't ring a bell,
Central
but I want
America.
to know. I want to hear
don't
all
wanna know.
about it. Wait, Jeremy,
don't-
did you?
oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
Oh, dude, they would show that video like in elementary
what is it?
school.
Oh, wait a minute. Like red, like blood red asphalt?
Yeah, I mean the term
Oh.
blood red asphalt. I mean they would show very graphic scenes of auto accidents. So this is so this is when they were trying to get everyone to. Okay, God, yes, I'm showing I'm 51.
like-
this is when they were trying to get everyone in California to wear seatbelts.
Oh.
Right. So this is when the seatbelt law came
This is
through.
like-
Right. So they're saying if you don't wear a seatbelt, this is what's going to happen. And they showed like
Just death.
very graphic things. Like you shouldn't, like if you show this to kids now, you'd probably be arrested. Right. And the worst part is they always showed it on the day we had spaghetti. which made it worse. And you're like, dude, I don't ever want to drive. I don't want to do this. They got like decapitated heads. You're like, oh, Jesus.
gosh.
Don't ride in the back of a truck, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, we won't ride in the back. Everyone is reading it right in the the
Yeah.
back of trucks. Okay, don't do this. And I get my car, Dad, put on your seatbelt. Dad's like, I'm not going to put on my seatbelt. Sorry, Dad. This is on the mid 80s. I'm like, yeah, put on the seatbelt. I saw this horrific thing at school. Put it on. We're going to die if we don't. Right? That's how they have the kids in the 80s. Like, hey, you do this. If you don't do this, you're going to die. Yes,
maybe
sir.
we need to bring it back.
That's
Okay,
funny.
I bet I
we'll
can
do
find
it.
it on YouTube.
I bet
I guarantee you, if you Google this, you will know exactly what I'm talking about.
that is so funny.
But back to that. I don't even know how we got on that.
Oh,
subject.
it's just something about kids
But
driving.
kids,
We
yeah,
just
they,
talked
they,
about
they
it.
fill out a form.
Oh.
Some of them will take an online class. Some will just fill out a form. But yeah, they all have generally some version of like a safe driver discount.
They get a green participant badge.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow, that was scary. I got started sweating just thinking about it.
That's funny. Oh, okay.
Well, I think that we've gone over, one of the things I wanted to do today was just because I get this a lot of, first off, people saying, hey, what is it? I say, give me the deck page.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that? Well, it's the declarations page. Okay, what's that? And I think the biggest thing that I can tell from this one is it's all very complicated when you've never had to deal with it.
Yes.
But you have to, if you have a car or if you're on the road, you have to deal with this.
Yes.
And so you can be prepared and do it the right way and get the best deal, or you can get screwed.
Like, for example, here the word deal. Again, I see so many claims every single week of things just happening to people. I got a guy in one of my offices, an older gentleman. He's gotten 2 accidents in the last 3 months. One was his fault, one wasn't. He almost died in one of them.
Oh, that's not good.
He very legitimately, the car was cut in half.
Oh
Ooh.
my God.
And yeah, may not have lived. And we're talking about, the bodily injury. So he has a massive bodily injury claim that the other carrier, there were very small limits, so he filed it through his primary insurance carrier.
Does he have a lawyer?
You know what? I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry.
But no, it's okay.
So my name is Rory. It's
Rory.
Rory.
I don't know if you want to talk to this guy though. We get discussion of people will wanting to save a little buck or two.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'd say let's sit back. What's really important is having something that's, because I might have 2 or 3 or 4 different carriers we could take a look at. Not all of them have the same coverages, right? Not all auto policies are exactly the same. Unlike home insurance, which is very standardized among every insurance carrier. I mean, you see the same coverages over and over and over the exact same way. Auto insurance is not like that. Every auto carrier is going to have their own little tweaks on it with the different types of coverages, what they offer and what they don't offer. And we might have a couple of different, scenarios for people. And a lot of times people say, hey, Chad, why are you recommending the most expensive one?
Yeah, because
And
it's
again,
the best.
from a selfish standpoint, I know an accident's going to happen. It may not happen to you, but I guarantee you I'm going to have a client who's going to have an accident this week. It is inevitable. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And when it does,
Yeah.
I want to make sure, again, we're having the best conversation possible to get you back to full.
You want your people protected.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then it makes me think about are there ever times when people have a claim and their insurance company drops them? Does that happen?
You know what? People have a real big fear of that, and the reality is that rarely ever happens.
Really?
Generally the only time you're ever going to see someone dropped like that is if it is an auto accident where there's incredible negligence.
Okay.
Probably
We're talking
DUI.
DUI, massive bodily injury, as someone was speeding at excessive miles an hour, right? The really horror stories you hear out there.
Yeah.
Generally you don't see people dropped. Now, if someone is not a good driver and they're the only people on the policy, it is possible that they may get dropped from their carrier because they no longer qualify for the good driver discount. So they're no longer eligible to have that insurance policy. I mean, that does happen.
Yeah.
But just because you get into an accident,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean your policy is going to be canceled.
And what about if you are doing something like speeding excessively and there's an accident or there's a DUI or something? They're not going to drop you, but they still cover it?
I mean,
That's a very good question.
it's a
Or
good
does it
question. I mean,
depend?
that's a,
Most of the time they are.
Yeah,
So
they're gonna-
and I guess this comes back to one of the things we're looking at the end of it is that you have to make a decision. You have to make your choices now.
yes.
Because once you get into a crash, whether it's your fault or somebody else's fault,
Yeah, it's too late.
it's too late to make
Right.
these changes. But on the other hand, is that so if you have coverage, you're likely going to have the carrier defend you and indemnify for the negligence within. Now, if you get hit with punitive damages,
That's
you're not
something
going to
else,
get
right? That's
that's a non-covered claim, but your carrier is going to take care of it.
Yeah.
there are a few carriers out there who get a little squirrely, but generally your preferred risk carriers, and your preferred risk carriers are the carriers who require you to be a good driver. Okay. There's some carriers out there who don't require that. There's substandard risk carriers. Those are the ones that get a little bit squirrely. But your preferred risk carriers, yeah, you talk about, this is 2025. You go out and drink, you get an Uber,
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
get an Uber,
Yes.
Or
Right.
Lyft.
Lyft, something.
Lyft. Oh, yeah.
Do some
Yeah.
type of ride share.
We don't do Uber anymore.
Yeah, Uber's bad news, we've decided. Anyway.
Do what, right. It's get a ride share. I mean, it's 2025.
Right, exactly.
But
Call your aunt. She might
Call
be
your
up.
aunt.
You
She
know,
might be
you
up
never
and come
know.
pick
But
you up.
if you made the horrible decision to get behind the wheel of a car and drive, and something did happen, would you have insurance? Yes. Right? Or they're
For
going to
that
probably
moment.
drop you?
Oh yeah. that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a really bad situation we're looking at. And hopefully no one out there is doing that. But is it going to be covered? Almost unfortunately, yes. But unfortunately for the other people
Right.
that you hurt.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
Exactly right.
Right?
And that's the point of
Exactly
the
right.
That's the whole point of having insurance.
Yeah.
That's the point of
Exactly.
insurance.
Yep.
One more question on this one. We kind of touched on it, but the rateable, non-rateable, UM, Because one question I get, I don't want to do that because my rates are going to go up and get dropped, blah, blah, blah. I mean, if we make a claim, a UM, claim, underinsured motorist claim, is my carrier going to drop me? Is my carrier going to penalize me?
No,
And why not?
because it's non-rateable.
It's non-rateable.
It doesn't show up. So, like on our systems, we could pull up accidents. Any carrier I write business with, when we run the MVR reports and the mileage reports, it will show every single accident someone's had, every claim. It will show all this stuff, and it will say either rateable, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. And you could see tons of people have no, rateable, right? And they're good to go. They're fine. But before we move on, there was one thing I did want to bring up. I thought about, and it's towing and roadside.
It's what? I'm sorry.
Towing and roadside coverage.
Oh, uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
So a lot of people may want that or don't want that, or say, I don't want that. I don't want to pay 30 extra bucks a month for every 6 months. I don't want to pay $5 a month or $4 a month for it. I recommend it, not because your car battery is going to die, but because you know what? When you're in that auto accident and your car is busted on the side of the road and the wheel is bouncing down the street, dude, you don't want to pay $500 to have your car towed because you know what? You don't have towing and roadside because someone's going to have to move that car.
Yeah.
Your insurance policy is not going to pay to have your car moved, even if it's cut in half on the side of the road, if you don't have towing and roadside.
So, but I feel like everyone gets AAA. Isn't that what they do? Or is that, so what's the deal with that? So people get AAA, but you could really just get all that through your insurance?
You can. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have AAA.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of people, when they get AAA, they get the AAA basic, which is like only like 10 miles or something.
Oh, right.
I mean, then you got to pay. So if you're going to do AAA, I do AAA. There's the what's it called? Platinum Preferred, whatever
Okay.
it's called. I don't know. It's the more expensive one. It's like $100 or something.
Yeah.
And I'm not affiliated with AAA. I'm not advocating for AAA.
Right.
But I do have that on top of my other coverage, just because I like to make sure I have coverage. So if something does happen, they go out and take it.
Right.
Now, if my car gets damaged, I'm just let my insurance carrier handle it, right? Because you know what? It's there. I call the claims adjuster, dude.
Right.
My car is split in half. Come take care of this.
It's
Right,
all I
right.
paid. You deal with it.
You deal
Here's
with
my
this.
declarations
One
page.
package.
It's all you.
Yep.
Well, Chad.
Well,
we
this has
did
been
it
great.
again.
This
That
has
was
been great.
fun.
This is good. And so, I want to thank you for coming up on, just because this is one of the questions we get, or what is the declarations page? I think it's quite obvious that it's very important to have some sort of idea about what it is. And so for you out there, if you don't want to take the time to really search into it, just watch the clips, watch the episode. You'll see what it is. Again, I'm Rory. This is Kerrie with Unseen Impact. What we're doing is we look at kind of that unseen aspect of personal injury. Here, talking to Chad Colston about the unseen part of the insurance
Yay,
policy,
Chad.
covering the declarations page. Remember, you can find us on all of the podcast platforms. You can find us on our YouTube channel. Rate, review, subscribe, comment, and have a great day. And until next time,
Thank you.
bye.
Thanks, Chad.
Thank you.
Yay.